Hey there, Plymouth dog owners. Finding the right trainer for your dog can feel like a huge task, right? Well, this guide is here to help you do just that, to confidently find a real professional who gets your dog, your lifestyle, and our hometown.
So here's what we're going to cover. We'll look at why training here in Plymouth is unique, break down the different ways to train, and give you the exact questions you should be asking. Then we'll get into local costs and finish up with some important local rules and resources you'll want to know about. First things first, let's talk about what having a really well-trained dog means for living your best life right here in Plymouth.
Think about it. It's all about being able to enjoy our town together without the stress. A good trainer gets that. They help get your dog ready for the specific things we do here, whether it's the crowds at the Blueberry Festival or just a chill walk downtown.
Okay, now let's get into the how. We'll look at the main philosophy behind good, modern dog training and the different ways you can actually do it.
So the method you're going to hear about most is positive reinforcement. And for good reason. It's super effective and humane. The idea is simple. You reward the good stuff you want your dog to do more of. This builds a really strong, trusting relationship, and honestly, it makes training fun for your dog instead of a chore.
Generally, you'll be looking at two main options: group classes or private training. Group classes, they're fantastic for getting your dog used to being around other people and dogs. But private sessions, that's where you get a plan totally tailored to you, which is perfect for tackling those specific things that only happen at home. You know, like barking at every single delivery truck.
Okay, so you know the what and the how, but the next step is finding the who. How do you actually find a qualified professional who knows how to make all this work for your dog?
All right, let's get down to the practical stuff, what you need to look for and ask when you're picking out that perfect trainer.
You might see a bunch of letters like these after a trainer's name. Think of them as a seal of approval. It means that person has studied hard, passed some tough exams, and promised to stick to a code of ethics. It's a really good sign that they're serious about their profession.
You're going to want to save this slide. This is your interview checklist. When you call a trainer, go through these questions and pay close attention to how they answer number 3, about customization. A good trainer won't use a cookie-cutter approach. They'll ask about your dog and your goals.
All right, let's talk about the budget. It's a big piece of the puzzle for sure. So here's a look at what you can generally expect to pay for training here in Plymouth and around Marshall County.
This chart gives you a pretty good ballpark. As you'd expect, group classes are usually the most budget-friendly way to get started. The price goes up as you get more personalized one-on-one attention, with board and train programs being the most intensive and therefore the biggest investment.
And finally, being a great dog owner in Plymouth means playing by the rules and knowing where you can go to put your new skills to the test.
And this is where training really pays off in your day-to-day life. For instance, a dog who's a pro at walking on a leash makes that 6-foot rule a total breeze. And good training can often solve issues that lead to nuisance barking. It all connects back to just having a more peaceful life here.
So once you start training, you'll need places to practice. Centennial Park has all that open space, which is perfect for working on leash skills. The trails over at Riverside Park are great for practicing focus with all the real-world distractions. And don't forget, the Marshall County Humane Society is an amazing local resource for all sorts of things. You know, as you get started, especially if your dog is new to your family, please remember to be patient. The 3-3-3 rule is such a great guide. It reminds us that dogs need time, about 3 days to just decompress, 3 weeks to get the hang of your routines, and a full 3 months to really, truly feel at home. Good training works with this timeline, not against it.
So when you boil it all down, the time you spend right now finding that right person is a huge investment. It really does set the stage for a great relationship and, frankly, a much less stressful life for both of you.
We wish you the absolute best on your training journey. Just picture it. Stress-free walks in the park, being welcomed into local shops, and just relaxing at home with a polite, happy companion who's ready to enjoy everything our great town has to offer, right alongside you.